This is Sean with Paradise Veggies. It is Sunday, February 5th. I'm here in the garden. I have, first, an apology for how long it's been since I've done my last video, but second, I have some new innovative implementations to my gardening method I wanted to tell you guys. But first, everything that is my first experience for growing. So here's my first cauliflower that I've grown. I have my first Brussels sprouts right here, and then down here I have some sugar or snap peas, not sure what they're called, but you know what I mean. And hopefully they're gonna grow and trellis up this structure, and I'm gonna be able to come out and just pick them off and eat them, take them to work. In this bed, this was the old pepper bed for any of you guys that are kind of seeing my old videos, and here were some eggplants that I was growing. I've cut the egg plants back pretty far, and this is kind of an experiment. So right now I have planted in between the eggplants carrots, and so what I'm hoping is I'm really trying to get very serious about the no-till method. So I want to see how the carrots are going to grow, how the bed's going to do without kind of having pulled up the eggplants, kind of tilling the soil and then putting the carrots in. The second thing is I have draped this portion of the bed with this 3 mil painter plastic. What that's done is it's helped keep the warmth in the bed and kind of fend off some of the frost that happens kind of in this kind of special location. It has worked pretty good because I have some new growth on the plants right here, and it's still getting frosty at night. So hopefully once the frost goes, I'll remove the plastic and then I'll be able to let the eggplant grow back again. Second is kind of the same thing down here. Is I've made this little mini greenhouse. I have some spring mix from seed that is right here, and then some onion sets. I'll show you more down here. This is the old tomato bed, and I have put peppers in there. Of course, I have heavily fertilized. I put lots of rock dust in there, lots of compost, let it sit, inoculated the soil, and then I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure with the soil being so new that, that type of crop rotation of putting peppers after tomatoes isn't gonna matter just this one time. But here is kind of my invention for my bed. Is I've made these kind of mini, I don't know, greenhouse tops that I've draped over the beds to, of course, to do, what any greenhouse is supposed to do, keep my, plants warm and, the area moist. Why this is so significant? Well, it is February and I already have tomatoes growing outside. Of course, the mini greenhouses have kept the bed warm, so it's helped germinate the seeds. But what they've really done the most that I feel that is kind of really helped the situation is that they've locked the moisture into the bed. You see here in Arizona, it's so dry. In that top part of the soil where seeds grow, normally it dries out, too quickly for seeds to germinate kind of where you want them to and on your time. And so I have put my, different tomatoes in, and I already have them germinating from seed, directly seeded in the spot where I want them to grow. So I think I'm gonna have some very strong and very happy plants. The second thing is I've changed my trellising structure for my tomatoes. Anybody who's familiar with my old videos, they remember I had thousands and thousands of strings just draped across all these 2x4s, and then I was trellising single vines up each string. That was just way too labor intensive for kind of me being married with my job now. So what I've done is I've taken this 4-foot by 8-foot concrete screen or mesh, I don't know what it's called. It's about $8 at Home Depot, so pretty affordable. And I've strung it just on the center beam of the entire trellis. What I'm hoping that's going to do is once it's warm enough there, I don't have to worry about frost. Obviously the greenhouses are going to come off. Hopefully that's pretty soon. The average last frost date for Arizona is about Valentine's Day, so about another week or so. Is once it warms up, these 4x8 screens are going to flip down, so they're going to be straight up and down, and I'm just going to devote 2 plants, so 2 plants per screen. I have a total of 6 screens, so 12 total plants to growing up that structure. It's pretty rigid, I'm going to grow in a single line, and I think if I have the same amount of effort divided over a lot less plants, that it's going to mean of course more effort or more time into each plant. Hopefully that's going to mean more production. So, of course, you know, I'm only growing down the center line, and then hopefully, you know, I'll be able to throw some kind of determinate varieties of Romas on the side. I've put in some onion sets. Anybody who's not seen these packages or these plants at Home Depot, it's basically little mini onions that you just put in the ground, and this whole, oh gosh, 80 plants is like $1. So, you know, I really encourage people that want some onions or chives, bunching onions, whatever, to go with those sets. Don't mess with the seeds. Onions from seeds are like, I mean, well over 100-day plants, you know what I mean? So they think 3-4 months in optimal conditions that it's gonna be before you get an onion, right? Not gonna be fun waiting for that. So I hope you guys like my videos. I hope that I can come back to you guys with some success with my new method. So far it's worked pretty good. I have some green tomatillos here. I have some orange cherries here, a red cherry variety, brandy wine, some, you know, some your standard market varieties of tomatoes, and kind of that's really it. Stay tuned in the next couple weeks once it warms up, and I'll have some more videos for you guys. All right, have a great week. Thank you. Bye.